We will continue with the chapter magnetism only, but a different topic. Today's topic is force and torque on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. This is the topic we are doing. First one, we'll talk about force. Force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field region. Previously, you learnt that when a charged body travels or enters a magnetic field region, it experiences a force that is called Lorentz force. And what was the formula of Lorentz force? The formula was F equal to Q VB sin theta. Lorentz force F is equal to, we had the formula Q VB sin theta. If you remember, when theta is 90 degree, the force is maximum and the path is circular. If you remember it, for 90 degree only. And when theta is 0 degree or 180 degree, the force will be 0, minimum. Here charged particle is having charge q moving with a velocity v, and direction of force is given by Fleming left hand rule. If you remember, Fleming left hand rule, the three fingers were stretching perpendicular to each other. FBI, if you remember that. This equation only we are changing in terms of current. This equation we are just now having in terms of charge and velocity, and this same expression we will change in terms of current, because force on current carrying conductor is mentioned. How can we change it? See, F Q value at here IT into VB sin theta. Since I is equal to Q by T, I is equal to charge upon the tank. Therefore, Q value will be equal to I into T. Continuation written. Keep I as it is. Velocity into time, that is speed into time, will make distance. That distance will be L, that is length of the conductor. We write like this. Since L is equal to Vt, length of the conductor L is equal to speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into the time. That formula. So finally we have the formula force is equal to I Mv sin theta. Actually, this formula, these two formulas are same. Both of them are called Lorentz force. This is Lorentz force in terms of charge and velocity. This is the Lorentz force in terms of current. If question comes, write down the expression of Lorentz force in terms of current on a current carrying conductor, then we write this. On a charged particle, then we write this. Here also the value of force is maximum when theta is 90 degree. This expression in terms of vector we write like this: F equal to I bracket L cross B. This equation, if you remember, last time I had written F is equal to Q outside within bracket V cross B. If question comes, a charged particle is moving in a magnetic field region, express the Lorentz force acting on it in terms of vector. You have to write F is equal to Q bracket V cross B. Express Lorentz force in vector form for a current carrying conductor. For a current carrying conductor, then we write like this. Basically, both of them are same. And we use the Fleming's left hand rule mainly for the current, not for the charge. We are using this one mainly for the current carrying conductor. We know the fact that whenever charges flow, they give current. And if they say electron is flowing, so the direction of flow of electron will be exactly opposite to the direction of flow of current. Electron is going upward, the direction of current will be downward. You have to take current wise. F B I. I is current. If electron is moving in the eastward direction, then current will be westward, just opposite. You have to take it current wise, not the direction of velocity wise. If it is electron, the direction of current will be exactly opposite to that. So this is the formula of force in terms of current carrying conductor. Now next heading is force between two parallel wires. Two parallel wires. Force between two parallel wires. Parallel wires carrying current. Let us mention that. Carrying current. Force between two parallel wires carrying current. For this, we draw two parallel wires. One wire is here, straight wire. Another wire is here. Currents are here I1, current here is I2. Length of the wire is L. Length of each wire is L. And distance between the wire is A. Distance between the wire is A. Whenever two parallel wires carry current, either in the same direction or in the opposite direction, when they carry current, both the wires experience force. This force will be acting because they are all current carrying wire, so they will experience force. And the formula of force will be same, F equal to I L B sin theta. So we will be finding the expression for the force between the two parallel wires. Okay, this wire will be experiencing a force because of the magnetic field created by this. Because we know the fact magnetic field due to current on a straight conductor does not exist on the wire, but it exists outside. So this wire will not have magnetic field due to its own current, but it will have magnetic field because of the other current. And this will have magnetic field because of this one, not its own current. Here there will be magnetic field here. Suppose a point P is existing here. There will be magnetic field at this point because of this current. What direction the magnetic field will be acting? Last time we had done problem also a straight conductor carrying current. What is the formula of magnetic field if you know? Formula of magnetic field was, if you remember, mu naught I by 2 pi, the distance between the point and the wire. That is 2 pi, the distance I have taken A. This is the value of B. So let us see what direction the current will flow, magnetic field will be acting here. Let us check. We draw concentric circles like this. Instead of making the entire thing, we are just making an arc. Here the current I have shown in the upward direction. That means upward, what direction the circle will come? Anti-clock. Anti-clock circles coming here. Anti-clock here. Draw tangents. Tangent will be coming inward. This is the value of B. Sorry, direction of B. And what is the value of B? The value of B is mu naught. The value of B is equal to mu naught. What is the value of mu naught I? But which I? This one. Magnetic field is there because of this current. What is the value of this current? I1. And distance from the wire is how much? A. So I let 2 pi A. And it will be acting perpendicularly inward like this. So now the force will be acting on the second conductor at the point B. Right here, force. Suppose this is the conductor A, this is conductor B. Force on the wire B. What is the formula of force? The formula of force is ILB sin theta. What is the value of I? Current of this wire is what? I2. L, length is L, only same length. B, sine. What is the value of angle there? Angle between these two will be 90 degree. Because the wire is like this and magnetic field is acting inward like this way. Like this, exactly perpendicular. That means the angle is 90 degree here. I make F by L the subject. I to B. Sin 90 is 1. F by L over here. I to put the value of B. The value of B is this much. The value of B is mu naught I1 by 2 pi A. Ultimately, I write out the equation and this F by L is equal to mu naught by 2 pi I1 I2 by A. Next line you can write as F by L equal to mu naught value is 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7. 4 pi and 2 pi cancel. So answer will be coming only 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 I1 I2 by A. This becomes a formula. This is the formula of force between two parallel wires. F by A is equal to 2 into 10 to the minus 7. That is SI unit. I1 I2 by A. A is the distance between the two parallel wires. This becomes the formula. Mu naught value actually is 4 pi into 10 to the minus 7. 4 pi and 2 pi will cancel. The answer is only 2 into 10 to the minus 7. Now you can see one thing over here. This wire will also experience same force, this force. Force will be mutual on each other, equal force on each other will be acting simultaneously. You just have a look at it only and no need to copy, just see only why the force becomes equal. I'll take a point out here Q. On this wire there will be magnetic field of the second conductor. This magnetic field will be existing because of this current. What is the value of magnetic field? Magnetic field value B value I write here mu naught, but the current out here is I2. I write here mu naught I2 by 2 pi. The distance from here till here, the distance is A only. And in what direction will it act? Let us check. This current is also in the upward direction. Here also a mark circle. Anti-clock. This time anti-clock is coming like this. Anti-clock circles. Here draw tangent. The tangent will be coming outward here. B. The value of B is this much, but direction is outward. Here the direction is inward and here the direction is outward. We'll talk about the direction later on. Let us check the value of force magnitude. The formula of force on this wire, on the wire A, force on the wire A, that I write F is equal to, formula is ILB, current flowing is I1, LB sine. What is the angle between them? Again, the angle between them will be exactly 90 degree. Angle between this and wire will be 90 degree. Because this is wire is like this is going outward like this way. Angle is exactly 90 degree, exactly like this. So ILB sine 90 I write. Here again I write F by L. I1 as it is B. Sine 90 is 1. F by L is equal to I1. Put the value of B. The value of B is this much. Mu naught I2 by 2 pi A. Ultimately, the value becomes F by L is equal to mu naught by 2 pi I1 I2 by A. The formula is same. Put the value of mu naught by 2 pi. The value of this will come 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 I1 I2 by A. The formula remains the same. This one I just showed you in order to understand. Exam time you may not have to show. They will ask you write down the expression or derive expression for the force acting between the two parallel wires. So you just derive from here till here only have to do. You may not have to show this. On any one of the wire you can show, because forces are coming I1, I2, no, then forces will be mutual on each other. Same force. Forces will be equal on each other, but they will be acting in the opposite direction. Let us check the direction of force now. On this conductor, let us check it first. On the conductor B. magnetic field is going inward like this. Wire is carrying current in the upward direction. Let us check. This way. This is F, this is B, this is I. Direction of B is like this inward. Current, if you keep like this, current is going downward, you have to turn the direction, current should go up. The direction in which the finger is coming is like this. The force will act like this, F. Here the direction of magnetic field is like this way, and the current goes up, current is going up this way. The direction of thumb goes there, that side. That means the forces on each wire will be equal, but the direction will be opposite. Like this and like this. Then this time the forces are acting towards each other, like this way, towards each other, this way. That means the wires will tend to attract each other, because the forces are towards each other, that's why they will have tendency to attract each other. So this becomes a law. When two parallel wires carry current in the same direction, they attract each other. And when they carry current in opposite direction, they will repel in that case. We can check how they repel. Suppose one is going up and one is going down here. I am just explaining the direction. Value of force will remain the same. Value of force does not change. This is upward, this is downward. Check it now. Magnetic field is inward, current goes downward here, downward. What direction the thumb is coming? Like this. This time the direction of force will change. Like this. And out here the direction of magnetic field will change, because this is going downward. The direction of circle will change now here. It will come at clockwise, and the tangent direction will be again inward. When the current magnetic field is inward, finger should go up there, this middle finger should go up, the direction of force will come like this, the direction of force will change, it will come like this, F. You will see that the two forces here and here, they are acting in the opposite direction, but away from each other, like this, away from each other. This time they will have tendency to repel. So there are two laws of parallel currents, you can write it down. Give the heading law of parallel currents. Law of parallel currents. Law of parallel currents. Law of parallel currents. Right, number one. Two parallel wires. When two parallel wires carry current in the same direction. When two parallel wires carry current in the same direction, they attract each other. They attract each other. Law number two. When two parallel wires carry current in the opposite direction, when two parallel wires carry current in the opposite direction, they repel each other. They repel each other. Okay, these are the two laws of parallel currents. Now, one important thing is here, definition of 1 ampere. Definition of 1 ampere. We know ampere is the unit of current. Now we are going to define 1 ampere. Definition of 1 ampere we give on the basis of this equation here. F by L 2 into 10 minus 7 I1 I2 by A. On this basis we define. And the trick is like this. I'll show you the trick how you can define it. If I1 and I2 we take equal. If I1 and I2 are equal, and the value of A I take 1 meter. And F by L value I'll take exactly same, 2 into 10 to minus 7 here. Then this one cancel. 1 is coming, 1 into the 1, and I1 I2 will become I1 squared. then I1 value, I1 square is 1, therefore I1 will come 1, and I1 and I2 are taking equals, so I2 will also become 1 ampere. So we apply this technique to define 1 ampere. First I will give this definition, then I will ask you to write it down. We say it is the steady current flowing through two parallel wires 1 meter apart in air or in empty space, which causes each of the wires to experience a force of this value 2 into 10 to the minus 7 Newton per meter length of the wire. So now you can write it down. Definition of 1 ampere. It is the steady current flowing. It is the steady current flowing through two parallel wires 1 meter apart in air, which causes each of the wires to experience a magnetic force of 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton per meter length of the wire. You can check the definition now what I have given. Everything is being covered there or not. Just check. It is the steady current. Steady means equal current. Steady means same current. Flowing through two parallel wires 1 meter apart in air. Why I am saying in air? Because mu not we write to mu not permeability of free space, that means air or empty space. So you have to mention here 1 meter apart in air, which causes each of the wires to experience magnetic force. This is all about magnetic force. The orange force is a magnetic force, which causes each of the wires to experience a magnetic force of this value 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton per meter length of the wire. So this is how the definition is complete. If they ask you to define 1 ampere, you have to give this definition only, because this definition only you have in syllabus. You cannot say because we have the formula that is V is equal to IR, Ohm's law. Some students they write like this. They say the value of I you must get 1. They say 1 ampere is a current flowing through a resistor of 1 ohm when a PD of 1 volt is applied on it. Means R is 1, V is 1, you are making that. So this definition becomes wrong, not in syllabus. If we have the formula this I is equal to Q by T, the value of I will become 1 when Q value is 1 coulomb and time is 1 second. Some can define like this also. 1 ampere is the current flowing through a conductor when 1 coulomb charge flows through it in 1 second. This definition is also wrong. 1 ampere definition as per your ISC syllabus is based on this equation, and the exact definition what I have given, that only you have to write. You should not miss out any points. That definition only is very important, highly important. They don't ask entire thing, the entire equation, or they may not ask. They must write down the expression for the force acting between the two parallel wires. You write down this formula. Hence define 1 ampere. Then using this equation, you have to give the definition of 1 ampere. So this is how you have to define 1 ampere. So today we talked about the force part. Next day I will be talking about the torque acting on a current carrying conductor. Thank you for the day.